Morning, hunters and huntettes all over the country. Hey, raining a little bit here in Virginia. I think we're under a flash flood warning where I'm at. And shout out to my brothers down there in Florida. I know they're getting hammered right now too over there on the West Coast. So prayers go out to them. Hold on, let me get glasses. I might need them before it's over with. Alright, I'm back. Hey, just wanted to cover some things. You know, there's a lot of stuff up in the air right now with this election. And it has not been called. As y'all seen yesterday, North Carolina has flipped in Trump's favor. They have lawsuits going on in Arizona, Pennsylvania, Georgia, and I believe Michigan. So it ain't over yet. We knew it was going to be like this, though. So I want to talk about prepping. There's an easy way to do it and there's a hard way to do it, right? The easy way to do it is when times are good, you prep. You buy a little here, you buy a little there, and then you stash it away. So squirrels are very good preppers. They will harvest nuts, eat what they want, and they will cache. Everybody says cache, but that's actually incorrect. It's actually cache. They will cache them away around the base of trees. One of the good survival techniques that I learned if you want to eat those nuts is to look around the base of trees and dig them up. That's what the squirrels have put them around. They usually put them around hardwood trees too. I don't know why. I haven't figured that one out yet. But hey, so we know that we're in limbo here for the next month or so. If you are not prepped, you got about 30 days. Because I'm going to tell you, if Trump gets reelected, this country will go into utter chaos. I'm just telling you, you've already seen it. The riots were a prelude to scare the average people, to show them what chaos is all about. I'm not really worried where I'm at, but I know it could come here. Wouldn't be pretty. I'd be good, but it wouldn't be pretty. So, and then if Biden gets elected, you know, the conservative people that have jobs and families and all that will accept it and do, daggone mosquito. November and there's mosquitoes. Ain't right. Anyway. The conservatives will accept it and go about trying to live their normal life. The problem is they're not going to be able to. I said in the other video about the mask mandates, about the vaccine mandates, that's coming. And unless you put on a mask, you're not going to be able to buy groceries. There will be no, if Biden gets in there, there will be no new normal. Ever. The new normal will be for you to obey the mandates, and failure to do so will result in fines and or jail time. It will be considered an assault if you go around someone and you don't have a mask on, or worse. That's the way I see it. So what you need to do is stock up on provisions right now. How do you do that? Say on a limited budget. Well, if you normally budget for a night out with the wife, and that's in your weekly budget, every other week, don't do it. Take that money and buy extra. Right? So just say, I'm just using this as an example. Say you normally buy every week 4 cans of black beans. I know this sounds very rudimentary, elementary, and it is. Take that money, and when you, instead of buying 4 cans of black beans, buy 8. Take the other 4 and squirrel them away. Rice. Rice is pretty cheap, and you can buy a 20-pound bag for not very much. And you can eat on rice, and rice will last a long time. You can eat a lot of rice. Rice will feed a lot of people. I personally hate rice, but will I eat it? Yep. There's a reason I hate rice, because I was on ship many times, and guess what we ate a lot of? Rice. You had fried rice, you had Filipino rice, you had white rice, you had brown rice, you had rice. But anyway. Cooking oil. Cooking oils. Stock up on it. It's important. Stock up on it. Another item is these pre-made like Hamburger Helper things, right? Hamburger Helper. It's noodles and a package of seasoning. It's pretty much what it is. But you can make a lot of things with that. Mac and cheese. Man, you can take generic mac and cheese and you can doll it up. We had, I made ground turkey chili mac last night, and it was awesome. Took a pack of mac and cheese and browned and seasoned up some ground turkey. And you can do it with deer meat. Hell, you can do it with squirrel meat, whatever. Eating a squirrel is a little bit like eating a blue crab. You got to pick it. But they're tasty. You know, get out there and hunt. Try to harvest game. If you don't know how to process an animal, Google is an amazing thing. There's a lot of YouTube videos out there on processing game, how to do it. A lot of people say, I don't like deer because it's gamey. Well, it's gamey only if it's not processed correctly. You trim that fat out of that deer, and you know, don't use the rib meat, don't use the belly meat, and grind it up, mix it with some bacon, maybe bacon trimmings, or even sausage. I made some chorizo deer. I took chorizo sausage and ground it with it, and man, it was awesome. So there's a lot of things you can do to prep right now, and you have about 30 days or so. We're into the middle of November, and the election is still not decided. So get out there and hunt. Do it legally now, but there will come a time when the game wardens will be insignificant if times get tough. If times get tough, all bets are off, right? And you got to harvest what you have to harvest. Another good thing would be to stock up on barter items. things that you can barter with. There's some tools that are good. Maybe an old crossbow that you don't use anymore is a good barter item. Things like that. Shotgun shells, primers, but now's not the time to try to buy them because you can't find them. But you know, primers, stuff like that. When you find that stuff, buy it and keep it on hand. It's a great barter item. You can trade that for chickens or whatever. Whiskey is another good barter item. You can make your own, or you can buy some. You know, parts for small engines is another good barter item. Parts for generators and, you know, lawnmower engines, things like that will become extremely useful. Propane is another good barter item. There's a lot of people that will be desperate and be needing things like that. And if you have it, you're ahead of the power curve. So that's my thoughts on prepping. Make sure you have a good plan. Talk to your spouse. Make sure that they're prepared and that they understand that you are prepping. And you know, we have a plan. We have one cabinet that is our use cabinet, and then all of our other items are squirreled away. I don't know if I mentioned ramen noodles, but ramen noodles are very cheap. You get the little package. All it is noodles with a package of seasoning in it. That's all it is. And for those of you that have been in the military and had to eat meals rejected by Ethiopians, MREs, you probably ate a lot of ramen noodles. Yep, you can if you've been in prison, eat a lot of ramen noodles in prison, right? I haven't been in prison, but I've watched it on TV. So yeah, ramen noodles. I can't think of anything else. Gunpowder, black powder. It's a good barter item. It's good to have around to be able to use your muzzle loader. Smokeless powders for reloading equipment. Spare gun parts. There's another one that's good to have for prepping. Because if your gun breaks, it becomes a club at that point. So you're back to being a caveman, dragging your knuckles. So prep now. Time is coming, and it's accelerating by the minute. So keep an eye on the weather. You know, go to GeoWatch or geoengineeringwatch.org and listen to that message. It's somewhat frightening, but it does explain a lot. You know, I was thinking about a lot of things, you know, and this big push to go to solar and solar is only 30% effective. But if you put these giant mirrors all over the planet and cover these fields with them, and it reflects the sunlight back up into the sky, would that affect weather patterns? Something to think about. Would that cause heating of the planet, or would that reflect energy out into space? I was just thinking about that. I don't know the answer, but it's just something to think about. If you got the answer, please post it down below. If you're on this channel, please share it. Please subscribe. Hit that bell icon so you can get the notifications, and give us a thumbs up. That helps get the message out. So, prepping. The time is now. Bless y'all. Y'all have a blessed day. Keep your powder dry and 6 Emperor Tyrannus.